Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Leading Digital Transformation Program. My name is Vlasles, and I'm Chief Operating Officer at Silicon Valley Innovation Center, and I will be your moderator for this program. We have several people on vacation, so I'm taking this spot, and I'm loving doing those programs because every time it is something new, I'm really looking forward to get to know each and every one of you, knowing your problems, knowing your concerns, as well as talking to our wonderful speakers and facilitating the discussions. So as you probably already know, you're joining here with a program that will last for 5 days. We're going to go this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and next week we're going to go for Tuesday and Thursday. So each day will be roughly between 2 and 3 hours. We have two formats that are in front of us, and I'm going to speak a little bit about them in a minute. But in general, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to give kind of a quick overview of the program, answer any questions that you might have right now, and then open a floor to you so you can kind of share who you are, what your experiences are, and what your expectations are. Also, I just want to mention that this is a very broad program in terms of what we can deliver. So it's extremely important that we get the feedback from you on what direction to take, because I'll be here moderating the discussions, and our speakers can touch upon different very important things that are important to your business. So if you just let us know what is the more importance, we can steer that conversation during the panel discussions. We can steer this conversation offside. We have a lot of materials outside of this particular course. So if something is of the particular interest to you, so please let us know and we can share that with you as well. So without further ado, let's quickly talk about the program, how it's going to run, what are some of the issues that we might have, and just in general, answer any questions there are. So in general, that I want to say that I will kind of go into my introduction a little bit further later in the program. But I have been in general working on the Wall Street for almost 10 years, working for Goldman Sachs and Wells Fargo. Then I kind of switched to this organization where I'm responsible for a variety of the online and consulting services. And as I said, I will be moderating this discussion starting today. So we have a really interesting program in front of us that is, as I said, a very diverse and has a lot of value that it could bring to each and every one of you. So the first day is today, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the innovation strategy, which is going to get the overview of what is happening right now in the world, how usually people approach the innovation. We're going to get a little bit cynical about it, but I think it's going to be a lot of very practical examples of how you can think about it and how you can extract value from that digital transformation / innovation. Then on the day 2, we are having our panel day. So what that means is that we are having 2 recordings from our speakers that we encourage you all to watch before going to the program. So those recordings are about 70 to 80 minutes of our speakers who are going to be presented. We're going to have 2 managing directors from Microsoft and SAP who are working on integrating the startups into their large organization and doing this innovation from within. We're also going to have Rob Lamb, who's a senior director at Salesforce. He has been there pretty much from the very beginning, from 2001. And he's going to share his perspective as well. So this day 2 is going to be a panel session. It's going to be preceded by my small presentation, just kind of 30 minutes. It's got a couple of the quick ways that we can think about the practical innovation, practical disruption of how we can take some of the best battle tested practices that are there in the Silicon Valley and apply them to your particular company. Again, I'm just going to show in a minute where you can find those recordings. Then on the day 3, we're going to touch a little bit more on the technologies. We're going to have speakers from Dell and SAP who will be covering, different speaker from SAP, who are going to be covering what are the new technologies, how those technologies can apply to your business now and tomorrow. So on the day 4, we switch a little bit from more technological, more strategical approach to the people-centric. So we're going to have 4 speakers who will be talking about the culture of innovation, recruiting in this time, just in general, how do you build the best version of your culture that allows a lot of experimentation, a lot of innovation, but yet still delivering the results. I'm too going to be presenting in the beginning of the session, again, 30 minutes of some of the best things, some of the best research that we have done here in the Valley about some of the principles that are applying to the current and the now and the tomorrow of the workforce. And on the day 5, we're going to talk with Google Accelerator as well as Amazon on the general best practices. So we're going to really touch on some of the really interesting insights from various sources throughout the Silicon Valley, including Google and Amazon. So these are 5 days of programs. Again, just kind of going from one to another. Again, should be very engaging panel sessions. Please do prepare your questions, watch those recordings as well. So again, our first 3 days on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and our day 4 and day 5 next week on Tuesday and Thursday. So a couple of things. So info is available on LMS, Adobe Captivate. You all should have gotten the link to it. And we have been working on that. You probably have received the email. I know sometimes it's a little bit glitchy. So just if you haven't, just please let me know. Each session has its own link. Obviously, you're here, and we're going to share the with you with the day before. Then also that please mute yourself, just kind of general Zoom practices, Zoom best practices of this particular engagement. Then also please ask questions. Again, just introduce yourself, please ask questions. Asking questions really help us to navigate and steer this discussion. Then we are recording each of those sessions, including this one. So they're all going to be recording every session and posting them on the LMS. And I'm going to share where it is in a second. And then if you are logged into the LMS, probably your view would look something like this. I obviously have a little bit more courses like this, but this is how you would see it. So let me make sure that you can actually see this. Okay, let me know that you can actually see my screen with the Opera. If you can see it, either put like a plus in the chat window, or I just want to make sure that you can see my Opera, my browser. Can you see it? Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. So you'll see that there's something like this. So leading digital transformation, if you click here, you'll see that we have some of the 10 types of innovation, some of the additional materials that you can have a look here. We also have a core content. We are right here. Here's our virtual classroom link. Then obviously we're going to have our next speaker, next presentation going on here. Then you'll see that here are going to be 2 videos. As you can see, this is the recording. So if you click here, it will take you to the recording that will talk about the case study of digital transformation. So we will go here. You can watch those videos, and then this is where the panel is going to happen, right? So I have Microsoft, SAP, and Salesforce. So please do watch those 2 videos before Wednesday. Then we have all the other presentations, and then we have 3 videos for third day of the program. So, fourth day of the program next Tuesday. So please watch those as well. And this is where you can find the recordings that are pre-recorded and ready to go. For the recordings that are going to be happening here, you can find them here. So as you can see right here on the left, there's going to be a social learning platform. And if you click on the social learning, you'll see that there's going to be different boards. Obviously, I have presentations from the previous programs, but you will have your own. As soon as I get the video from this presentation, I'm going to create additional board on which we're going to post all the information, post all the recordings. Also, please do ask questions there. So please be engaged there as well. If you have some other materials that you want to share, you can share it there as well. So again, this is here, social learning on the left. And this is the home again, and this is your leading digital transformation, where is kind of the core of this course. So that's where you can get all the information about the program and all the recordings about the program. Then we'll be finishing each day with the highlights and summary. So we're just going to have a small wrap-up session, just kind of talking about the lessons that you learned and some of the interesting things, maybe some questions that you have left that we can answer. And again, please just share your thoughts and insights. And please, probably on this note, I'm just going to turn over floor to everyone. And if you're brave enough to start introducing yourself, we would love to hear from you, just who you are, your background, and your expectations of the course. So any volunteers? I will turn myself off so I don't bother people. So any volunteers who want to go first?
Yes, hello.
Hello, thank you for going.
My name is Hilda Schulz. I'm from Mexico. I'm from Mexico City, but I am living in one of the cities here in Mexico. I am in charge of the human resources area, and I am leading the cultural transformation in our company. So this is my dog. So, well, I have been working for almost 2 years in the cultural transformation in the company, and I am working hand by hand with the digital transformation area.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else the next person who want to go?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry, James, go ahead. James, would you like to go ahead?
Thank you. Hello, good morning, everyone. First of all, it's a pleasure to be here with you. My name is James Rocha. I'm from Brazil, and I have more than 25 years of experience in the technology area. Most of that experience as CIO of large companies in Brazil. I currently work as COO of technology service consulting company in Brazil, and I'm responsible for the company's consulting services and projects. Well, the content seems excellent to me. My expectation with the course is to improve my knowledge in case about digital transformation, new business models, and disruptive technologies. That's it.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Jorge, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, well, thank you so much. I am Jorge Miranda. I am from Guadalajara, also in Mexico. I am a director in a real estate and construction company. Where core business is in housing. So I want to introduce all this digital transformation and technology into the company. And so since I am very new on these issues, that's why this course is interesting for me, and just to grasp whatever I can to start the technology. Hello.
Okay. Well, thanks so much. Anyone else who wants to go? Just kind of introduce themselves and what their expectations are.
Okay, so I'm Aram Sato, so from Japan. I'm just came to Bay Area, Santa Clara, 2 months ago. I'm working for the Japanese heavy electric machinery. So I'm working for the Silicon Valley office as general manager. So I'm responsible for the corporate strategy. So our company is a traditional company, so over 120 years. So we are very interested in these programs, and I want to run that. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Alan. Anyone else wants to share?
Hello, my name is Stuart.
Hi, Stuart.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Back again. and I'm really glad to be back here. From Botswana in Africa. I am an educator. I teach computing courses. I have some background in machine learning and artificial intelligence and a bit of big data. And coming here, my interest really is to say, as I come out of this course, I must have an idea of how I'll take advantage of some of the discussions on this platform to be able to then, manage to navigate our highly competitive market, get my organization some competitive edge over rivals in terms of getting students, being preferred by students, getting close to our students, getting to understand exactly, how they behave, how they think, and of course, taking advantage of, your innovations in big data, innovations in machine learning and artificial intelligence, so that, we improve on performances and definitely ultimately then increase on profitability. This is what I'm looking at. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks so much for sharing, sir. Anyone else wants to share? And again, we have a little bit less people that have registered, but we're going to have probably more people joining throughout the program. So, but anyone else wants to share? Anyone else want to go? All right, I have a message in the chat that Luana, she's a physiotherapist, and she lives in Australia doing leadership and management, as well as doing the working as masseuse, a lot of knowledge of acupuncture, Reiki, yoga, and different massages. I have investors interested in helping me open my own business, so I would like to patent a new style of massage, and this is very, very interesting. Thank you for joining us in that sense. So we actually do have our first speakers joining us, Dr. Andrei Kunov. He's a founder of Silicon Valley Innovation Center, and he is ready to go. And let me just quickly read his bio, and then I'll switch over to you, Andrei. Andrei Kunov, he's a PhD and president at Silicon Valley Innovation Center. He's a founder and the president of Silicon Valley Innovation Center, and he brings many years of experience at running corporate innovation, executive innovation programs in the Silicon Valley and globally, which stems from his deep academic background at work at Stanford University. He is a passionate innovation evangelist, economist, and philosopher who is deeply engaged in driving government and industry innovation strategy. He is a frequent speaker at the technology and innovation events in the US and all over the world on the topics of disruptive innovation, highlighting the value of disruptive technologies and the unique role of Silicon Valley in creating breakthrough tech advancement. Andrei holds a PhD degree in political science from Stanford University and is a published author. So without further ado, Andrei, I'm switching over to you. Let me kill my share real quick.
Yes, thank you very much, Vlad. And again, good morning, everyone. Well, actually, good morning for myself, because we have